this goes up. Alright, we are live. I'm just gonna put this here so I could maneuver the feed if need be. And I still could read the comments. Shout out to That's Fire. Just jumped on. NYC Stacks, I see you. 50-50, I see you. Welcome back to Dungeon Talk. I'm Spud Brooklyn.
I'm Nate.
And we are minus one. We're minus one today.
We're minus one. He went, Spud.
Sin got to do the chaperone thing.
I think
he ducking.
Yeah, I think he went Easter egg hunting.
He went. Sin is out there Easter egg hunting.
Yeah, he went. Shout outs to Sin.
Sin ain't here today.
Sin ain't here today.
I want to just give a shout out to D. Shout out to Tony Bosco. Itch, I see you. Bang bang. C Mac, I see you.
Bosco, what up, baby?
That's Fire said, damn, no invite. We working on invites.
Yeah.
We working on invites. We just really just chopping it up on our end. So we getting to that point. We getting to that point. But today, what you got on your mind today, man? I got a few things I want to talk about.
I want to talk about Puff. I know everybody talking about Puff. It's a crazy situation, man.
It is. The first thing I want to say about Puff, right? Hold on, I'll be right back in the frame, y'all. The first thing I want to say about Puff, right, is how you feeling about this whole everybody changing the whole no Diddy?
Listen, like I said, man, that no Diddy, that to me that's corny, man. That's corny, man. Everybody knew what Diddy was from the start, man. Everybody knew, man. It's just crazy how Diddy just went by doing stuff to people because he got a little power, man. He in trouble now, man. He in big trouble.
Is he?
Maybe if they find him. I know he walking around Miami somewhere.
My thing, right? Like even with the raids and all that shit, with no complete arrest warrant, then you know what I'm saying? It's like it's bigger than just his arrest. I really believe it's in protection of a lot of people who got shit.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He ain't been at them parties by himself.
Nah, it was a bunch of people.
It was a lot of people
at
that
saying
party.
That. They say it is a whole
lot of people at that party. So
important people at that.
So you know what I mean. The only thing I really hate about this whole, there's a few other things, but the main thing that I hate about this whole ordeal, man, is like we watch our legends, our greats throughout time. Whether they did shit that ruins their accolades and their legacy, or the industry or the powers that be want to ruin and take them out, we watch our legends and our pioneers get chipped away from something that happens one by one. Before you know it, we don't have no pioneers to look up to. They all got tainted. I mean, from the Michael Jacksons,
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Going down, they get tainted, and that's what bothers me a lot.
And it's hurtful because it's dumb, and it's people of color. It's a sad situation, man. Anyway, to me, I don't know what Puff was really doing, but as a dad and the way they saying, I don't look at the dude the same no more, bro. It's a whole different situation.
No, I get you on that.
It's a whole different situation. And fathers, real fathers should, it's just like R. Kelly. People know. They know.
Yeah.
They know. They just, that dollar sign changed people's minds, bro.
Yeah, and people will look the other way if you generating money.
That's the worst part.
They will look the other way. They will tolerate if you making money.
Yeah, once you make money, things change.
Somebody 50-50 said Puff was partying. Yo, that's true indeed.
Partying heavy.
He said Tony Bosco said people turn their way of power. Yeah, and now and on a flip side of the power, right? When you make money for people in power, they greenlight you.
Yeah, they love you.
They greenlight you.
They love you.
And I think that's the case of Puff. I think for years, they lived in this fantasy world because they were getting and living outside of a lot of the rules and regulations that the typical person will face, because a lot of like the judges, they probably had lunch with they had lunch with a lot of judges, you know what I'm saying? So it was a different circuit. But when your membership is declined, this is what happens. This is what happens. Like what we seeing with Puff and the raids and all. When your membership is declined, they let you know.
They make sure that he know. They know. Yeah. Listen, like you said, once you ain't generating no money and
50-50 said more money, more problems.
He got a lot of problems.
Not to laugh on the situation.
No, it's crazy, Spud. He got big problems. He got real big problems. And you know what? This is going way back to the shootings. Now everything is coming out little by little.
Yeah.
And he never was good, Spud. He never was good. He never was a good dude, man. He was greedy. That greed killed him, bro. The greed killed him. And whatever he was doing and whoever was there, I think he hiding because he don't want to put nobody in trouble, man. He don't want to knock them off.
It's dangerous.
Yeah,
he's in a real dangerous place. I saw a clip or something. And I don't know how real this clip is, because nowadays with AI, you could use people's voices for anything. But there's a clip of Suge Knight
from jail, right?
Yeah, saying he's in danger, and it's true. He is in danger because of the many lives that he can place in the same involvement of what he did. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, and I say this all the time, I'm not going to sit here and say all of it's a lie. Just as much as I'm not going to say all of it is true. I don't think all of it is true. He is a weirdo. He done a lot of weird things, but it's like in any case you could think of, 100% of it ain't true. Just as much as 100% of it ain't a lie.
It's just fucked up.
It is.
It's a bad situation, man. And you know what? People is just like really going in on that. People are just, the internet, everybody's just going in on this. They going in.
It said 99.9% of it's true. 50-50 said, I feel like he should just give himself up. But the thing about even the giving himself up, there's no true arrest for him.
Yeah, but you see, there you right. And that's another thing. What they getting them for? Nobody knows. It's just what people are saying.
The notion has already been set.
Yeah, but
I mean, right now, you could say, yo, anybody could come out and say right now, like, yo, Puff was trafficking 8-year-olds. It will be factual. Even though it's a lie, no matter what is said about him right now, there's already a notion that has been planted. It's already set. So no matter what you do, no matter what he can't do no speeches. He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing. It's over.
It's too late. It's too late to do all that. He's running wherever he's hiding. Listen, I think he's making it worse for himself. He making it worse for himself.
So now, let me ask you a question, right? And this is a question that someone recently had. We spoke about, and it was in reference to the Puff thing. And the person I was talking to, I'm not gonna put their name out there, but the person I was talking to was like, "Yo, all right, yeah, he did some foul shit. He put people in predicaments where he's like, yo, if you want this, suck me off, or if you want this, you got to do this." He said, the question he posed to me was like, yeah, that's some fucked up sick shit. But there's tons of people who did not do it. I ain't with it. Where does the margin for those who said, all right, I'm going to do it for that? When he was like, basically what he was saying, when are they going to take accountability to be like, you know, I did it because I wanted to be on?
But that's the fame. The fame, yeah. all that is different. Just like they say the Illuminati, all that is different. The fame kill people.
It do.
And if you got to do that to be famous, you really sick too.
Yeah.
You got to be sick.
You do.
It's no in it. You can't say.
And it's fueled by a lot of sick people or in power.
But that's what they know. But all this they know. So when you go into this situation, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you got to be more sick to agree to the shit.
Yeah.
Then when he in trouble or whoever you got in trouble, now you start telling.
Yeah.
Now you start telling.
Start telling.
You start telling.
So you know what I'm saying? And when they posed this question to me about the accountability, it made me think, because even Torre, the personality Torre, he was like, yo, I know Puff enough to call him. So I asked him, like, yo, let my cousin intern for you. He tells the story, and he's like, yo, months went by, and he reached out to his cousin, like, yo, what's up? How's it going? His cousin was like, nah, I ain't do it. He said, why? He was like, yo, he was telling me I gotta sleep at his house and I gotta stay with him, so I didn't do it. So the cousin said no. There was no repercussions to the cousin saying no. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no repercussions. So the dude he posed to me like, yo, where's the fine line of accountability? And it was an interesting perspective that I don't think comes up a lot. Not to take away from victims. I'm not saying that there's no victims, but I am saying, like, if someone presents to me right now, yo, Spud, here's a pound of coke, bro. You want to fuck with me in this music industry? Bump that off. I'd be like, nah, I ain't bumping that off. But if I say, all right, cool, let me bag that up, and I bag it up, and then years later, I gotta be like, yo, he did present it to me, and I took that shit. I was desperate, blah blah blah. Now if you want to play, yo, he played on my vulnerability, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Then you be like, oh, that's what he did. He played on your vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. But it does come to a point where you gotta wonder. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not taking no victims. I'm just gonna go to the feed real quick. I don't have my device, so if y'all see me leaning in, I'm trying to read some of the stuff. Tony Bosco said, I don't think Diddy built for that tear. He's not built for that tear. He giving the N-words up. Yeah.
You right.
I think he's buying time
to figure out his story.
Figure out who he telling on.
And what he gonna tell.
Also, who's still there with him.
Listen, the names that's coming out is even more crazy. The names that's coming out is more crazy.
Miss Jackson said, no different than Illuminati. Suck him off. A little suck for a deal. Yeah, I mean,
a lot of people do it.
It's a lot, and
it's a lot.
And I just wanna clear something up, just for our viewers and just for perspective's sake. When we use the word Illuminati, we classify like all of them in one. There are many subdivisions. Like Illuminati cares nothing about Puff in reality. You know what I'm saying? Illuminati is like New World Order, the dollar bit, the world banking. That's what they're more. You got subdivisions that act on a classification of like that secret society aspect that are not tied to, like, Puff ain't tied to Illuminati.
Puff, listen, Puff is Puff, man. And this is going back to Biggie, Mary J. Blige. Everybody knew who Puff was. They knew.
I would say this, though.
At that time, he wasn't that bad. Because he wasn't...
That's what I was going to say.
I know you was going to say that. That's what I was going to say.
So at that time...
he wasn't that bad. It's just the greed of the bread. He run into the wrong people.
Yes.
So when they get... Yo, you so cool when you first get into this business. You cool. You humble. Because that bread is not coming the way you think it's going to come.
No.
You bump into the right person, and they tell you, yo, listen, we could do this and this and this, but you got to take this from him and do this to them.
Yo, power
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
When you get a taste, again, when the real, like, there's people right now that do not fear going to jail because they know they not. And if they do, they go into a camp.
They have straight camp. They have with flowers like Martha Stewart, right? Planting flowers.
Yeah. They have a different reality.
But that's money, most people. That's the money.
So when a person who has like that fragment of 1 little ounce of sickness, illness, that you open up the ball field to a person like that.
But Diddy can't go to jail. Diddy ain't got nobody to help him, and he got to pay somebody. He got to pay somebody, but somebody got to protect him.
So like, if we really want to break down, like the charges, if we want to break down the charges, right? I know they use the words like human trafficking. For those who don't know, the feds love to use human trafficking if you get a prostitute. If you pay for a prostitute, that's considered human trafficking, right? So they decorate these words, like, you know what I'm saying? So basically, if he goes down, it's gonna be prostitution.
But what about Homeland Security? That's worse. That's worse because that means he was going to other places and getting people. You understand?
Yes. And that's where he might get jammed up.
But that's what's gonna fry. That's what's gonna kill him.
Flying people out
in and out of the country, and they got something on them to come the way they came.
Or not only they got something on him, a lot of these motherfuckers was there with him. They was there. Not only told, was there. Now, if I'm in office, if I'm a senator, right? I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. If I was a senator and I happened to go to a few of his parties and I saw a few things and I probably got topped off at his party, now I'm like, we gotta shut this shit down. We gotta stop that before my name
gets out in the open.
So then Senator calls his man who's at this place, who knows someone at Homeland, who knows, and then it's the circle like, yo, little so and so's nephew was there too. What? No, it's much bigger. It's extremely bigger than we think.
Of course it is. That's why when they said he left, I'm like, why would he leave?
He got the phone call.
Yeah, he been got the phone call.
He got the phone call.
They coming. And he said, yo, let me get up out of here. So they keep showing like little clips of him at the airport. Listen, he ain't going nowhere. He can't hide. Where is he going to hide? Yeah. Everybody know him.
Everybody know him.
And once they put that $sign on his name, oh, everybody, where he at? I'm going to look for him too. Going to look for him too. So if he's thinking of a plan to knock off certain people, they're not going to the top people.
Yeah.
Because now he getting playing with fire.
Yeah.
And it ain't the first time that his name come up in speculation. A lot of these people been doing it with Puff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them.
A lot.
Talking about ain't no party.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is before Puff. These events. He entered the industry and saw what's happening. And then he added his touch to what's happening. Like he walked in a room like, oh,
this how it go down.
This is what's going down. I'm gonna throw one. Yeah. So this been happening before him.
See, he was the cool Puff when he first came out.
Yeah.
He got introduced to the sucker shit, it came crazy. And he really fell in love with it. He took it to another.
Because I think a lot of people in those fields intertwine their possibilities with passion. Their own personal preference and passion, they start intertwining that with their product, and they lose the separation between this is the type of stuff that I like to now I'm dumping it. This is what's happening.
Yeah,
you want to mess with me? This is what's happening.
Yeah, this is how it gotta happen.
It gets blurry, bro.
It's disgusting.
It gets blurry.
It's disgusting because people sell their soul for fame.
Yeah.
So you selling your soul because he just told you what he want you to do,
yeah,
what you agreed to. Now it's not good. Now you tarnish yourself because you agreed to something that you listen. There's no win situation. No. He got it. There's no winning.
Win. I mean, he took the super L's right now. Like,
yeah. So now everything he did, everything. Yeah. Now everything is on freeze. He's done. He can't do nothing. What is he gonna do?
Word.
He give himself up. He going in forever. Maybe not forever, but he gonna be in there for a while.
Miss Jackson said he messed up when he said he was God. He shows how he human. I don't think he messed up with that. I don't even think they care about him saying that. When he said that, but I want to share something with you. I want to share something. This is true to life. This is true to life, and some people on right now saw it. So, about a year ago, almost 2 years ago, I get hit up by a company, and they're like, "Yo, this is real. We are a big company. We are a secret society. Blah blah. All this shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, f out of here. I'm not believing that." They tell me, "Oh, Apple's gonna hit you with a download accepted." Shortly after I get a download, it was Apple saying they were granting me access to an app that's not in the market. I accepted, and it was an app with all the labels, music labels, and the interns, a whole bunch of, it was like basically a Rolodex. And they were like, yo, we want you to do some consultation for us. So I sat with them, did some I sat down with them to figure out what they want. They wanted me on the team. I said, nah, I'm not on your team. I did some consultation right before TikTok transferred over to X. I did a lot of consultation on that, sitting in, listening. And they got a page. They got a page. They be jumping on sometime. And on their page, they say something, I think, like Illuminati, Secret Society, whatever. And I can't tell you the amount of people that reached out to them that I know. They will send me, like, people that reached out to them saying they'll do whatever it is
to be famous,
to be with them.
Yeah, of course. And
they show me because they want me to be a part of what they doing so bad. A few times on the show, I dissed them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I diss them. Hey, you ain't got nothing on me. You ain't got nothing to hold. So that's
not a waste, bud. That's not, listen.
But it goes to and I be seeing people that I know, bro.
That will tell you they'll do anything to go up there.
No, they send me the message. Like, this person, they send me the message, bro. They send me the message to people that do it. And I'm like, damn, bro. The crazy part is you don't know. They have no clue what that means to them.
They don't care. So when they really like wake up, when it hits them, it's too late. It's too late. They'll tell you, yo, listen, I'll do anything to be famous. Anything.
Miss Jackson said also name drop. They also name dropped you. Yeah. Oh, yes. Miss Jackson, because Miss Jackson, no. They even, thank you for reminding me. They even reached out to this company or this establishment or these people and was like, yo, I'm Spud's cousin. Not even my cousin. Or, yo, I'm Spud's artist. Yo, I'm Spud this. Only because I made reference to what they did. Even on the air that day, I deleted the app. But even on air, I showed them the app that they cannot download. I pulled the app up that they had Apple send to me, bro. They had Apple send it to me. Wow. So now there is a power structure that's different
than what people see.
Want. But you see how people, like, I'm seeing people ready to do whatever to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, whatever. And it's crazy.
No, that's real life. All you got to do is show them that they could be this. They'll turn on you. This is the whole thing of the industry. They come with the whole crew. Then they knock you off slowly but surely. Now it's only you and them. And
you know what's sad? You want to know something that's really sad? This is the real sad part. The outside perspective, a lot of people think this is the industry as a whole. And it's not, bro.
But
it's not.
This is what they portray. This is all they know.
This is all it's
so
not,
if
though,
you
bro.
You know.
It's not. So there's some really dope people who just
want to do work.
Music.
And work.
Music.
But this is what they throw. The internet, the Instagram, the TikToks. You know, not to say it in a bad way, but people don't know unless you're really involved in it. Yeah. Once you're involved in it, then you know. There's people that really want to do music. People really have a passion for music. Yeah. And they don't want to sell their soul. They don't want to listen. They just want to make music.
And I want to specify this. The concept of selling your soul isn't just like a spiritual I sold it to the devil.
At all.
It means like basically you'll do whatever it takes to be successful. Like that concept of selling your soul is not literally like it's not a contract between you and Satan.
Yes, no.
He don't come and be like, sign your name here. I own you for life. That's not the true it's a theory concept.
That's all.
Of you doing whatever it is.
I don't even know if you could sell your soul. That's number one. And who cares? Listen, whatever you want to do, if you got talent and you make good music, people gonna listen. They're gonna listen. You don't have to do the thing. Listen, you wanted to do that. They didn't force you to do that. They didn't force you. Yeah. They didn't tell you. He told you exactly, or whoever did told you exactly what they wanted, and you agreed to it. They didn't put no whatever to your head, or people just doing what they want to do because this is what they want.
And looking back is me when I first before like business consulting or A&R, just when I was an artist, there was an exec at Jive Records that we were tied into, and I'm trying to get a deal. This motherfucker, all he want to talk about is like, yo, I'm gonna have 2 blondes. Yo, come to the club with me, hang out with us. We got the section. And he just kept wanting like, yo, you mess around. I'm like, nah, I don't do none of that. Oh, well, don't worry about it, but just come hang. They just kept pushing, wanting to hang out. Somebody want to come on our live. Now, we're not doing that right now.
Who is that?
Somebody, I don't know. Somebody wanted to join the live, but we're not doing that. But that's all he was kept pushing. Come hang out. And I never went once. But you know how many artists
would go.
And then the life that everything free, all the drugs,
ain't nothing free.
All the women, it ain't nothing free. All the women,
it ain't free.
All that access, the things people would do for the and there was people around at the time like, yo, you ain't gonna go, bro. No, I'm not gonna go, bro.
For what?
For what, man?
For what?
I'm gonna hang out with old boy that I don't even really pump with, bro. You just in the way.
That's right.
You just in the way. And I'm gonna tell you something. Not going was one of the most impactful things for me because it sent a message to the same people in the office like, yo, he about his business.
And you know what's crazy? He's sitting right next to me right now. He telling y'all this, right? And he's in a position that most people wish they could be in. Wish. And he's just himself. He's somebody that what he says to you right now in the music industry, he might know more than the dude that really make the top dollar. And he ain't gonna sign. Listen, he don't sign nothing. He just give you straight facts.
Yo, I'm to tag, and I'm being very nice.
See?
I'm trying to be nice what I'm saying, but there is a lot of people that a lot of artists, a lot of people respect, and that are respectable in the business. That I've sat in the room and had to be like, nah, that's not what you got to do. This is what we got to do. You got to go this way. I've been in situations where we're sitting at a round table or in the office, and that person that I'm like, oh snap, that's so and so, and they're like, so what should we do? And I'm sitting there like, yo, you know that's not the best route. What should we do then? Do X, Y, and Z. Oh man, this is amazing. And in my head, to me, I'm like, that was just simple to me. And as I went through in this business, I realized how it ain't simple. To me, it's just like, if I got an apple and I got another apple, that's 2 apples. They'll be like, oh my God, that's 2 apples. This is amazing. It just seems simple to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of people that don't know what they're doing. That
they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't read. A lot of people don't read. You can put a piece of paper in front of them. They see zeros. Oh, yeah, let's get that. Not knowing what the zeros lead to.
Not what the zeros lead to. Shout out to everybody jumping on. Willie, I see you. Shells, I see you. Peter MC, I see you. Shadow, salute to you, my brother. Word. With the industry and how the industry as we know it, how you feel the artists contribute to how this goes. How you feel about that? Cause I got a dual perspective. I got an outside and an inside perspective, and I see some things that artists are doing, and I'm like, bro, you contributed to the way this is moving.
Cause a lot of artists don't know what they doing. They just following trends. They don't know what they doing. They just doing what the other person did to get on. The TikToks, the grams. People now are just putting out videos to go on TikTok for promotion. It's cool, but you need good music.
You do. You
need very good music, and these artists now, they want it so bad that they just throw out anything. They throw out anything. They help is not help. They just reaching out to do something to get to the top. They don't want it. They really don't want it. If you want it, you're gonna work. Yeah. You have to work.
You gotta work.
The work is the key.
You gotta
Without working, you're not gonna do anything.
You gotta work.
You got one joint, one song that you wishing it's gonna pop.
Take off.
Yeah.
And it possibly could take off.
Yeah, but after that, what's after that?
You can't just throw it on and hope it stick.
But this is the problem. It's like throwing a dart.
Yeah.
You stick it there.
In the dark.
Yeah, in the dark. Just say, yo, I wish it hit the bullseye. Once it hit the bullseye, what's after it?
What's after that?
What you gonna do next?
And you said something that's very interesting and true about trends. A lot of artists just follow trends and hoping they viral. No trend has ever lasted forever, and I don't think people prepare for when if they hit trendy or if they go viral. What's the next stages of that? What are they gonna have? What's gonna happen after the trend or going viral? And that's one part that I think everyone's so caught up on what's hot that they no longer them. So if they see people wearing their hoodies like this and rapping, everybody wearing their hoodie like this and rapping, and it's like that's not necessarily you. So once it takes off for you and that, now you gotta pretend.
Yeah, but a lot of, and that's another thing. They pretend a lot. They pretend. Pretending is the key now. It's not real rappers. They're not really rapping. Music is not the same.
It's not.
There's nowhere near from what I had from when I was a child to now. It's not rap. So these rappers come up there and one guy do a trend, 15 other guys try to do the trend, which maybe 2 of them might hit the trend.
Yeah.
And now they failed because they don't have nothing else behind the trend.
That's true.
So the music is just it's not good. It's not good at all.
Miss Jackson said that depends on who defines good music, because these kids now think they have good music, and I agree to that. It is subjective, and one thing I'm trying to stray away from good music compared to dedicated music. There was a time where you dedicated towards your craft. I don't care if you was trash. I don't care if you was KRS-One or you was Humpty Dumpty. You know what I'm saying? You dedicated to your craft. You put energy toward it. You lived it. You defined it to you. And I don't think a lot of artists now dedicate to their craft. It's like, that sound dope. How he said it? Skirt. All right, I'm going to put that in my joint. They just taken from what they see is successful and have an accumulation of things that's working for other people. But it ain't you.
You know, Spud, you said that craft. A lot of people don't know what that is. Their craft is garbage. Straight garbage. That's not music. You can drop 50 songs. None of them make sense. You to work, you have to work. If this is what you love, you have to work. You're not gonna that's like me throwing an alley-oop to you, or you throwing an alley-oop to me. I'm trying to rap off of you. You're a rapper. I'm coming behind you. So you throw me the alley-oop, I don't dunk it.
Yeah.
I know you. So this is how. It don't work like that.
Way. And to use your analogy, I like your analogy.
Yeah.
I can't throw you the alley if you don't run without the ball.
That's right. And you got to dribble.
And a lot of people don't want to run
without
the ball.
You know, so they wait for you to throw the alley. So they sit there and get comfortable. Because you're my man. We very comfortable. So throw me the ball if I could dunk it. What you did to dunk it.
Yeah.
What's here to dunk? You know, these artists are crazy. Now it's all the streams. You got to go stream. You know, you listen, I don't even think it's a handful of artists that can make an album right now. They can't make an album.
I mean, the concept of making an album has changed, period.
Yeah, of course it did. But can they make one? Can they even do 3 joints?
I mean, they can, but will we like it?
But that's what I'm saying. The craft that you said, their craft.
The craft.
There's real rappers. There's real underground rappers that people don't know. They don't see, that won't get a chance. They won't get a chance. Cause their numbers, everything don't add up. It don't add up.
And I'm tired of people telling me numbers don't lie. Cause
they do lie.
Numbers lie big time.
A lot, right?
Numbers be lying.
And that's this is it. This once again from a man who knows what numbers could tell you, right? So numbers lie. So we could buy the numbers. We could literally buy the numbers. Put numbers where we just lied. We just put it on the screen and lied to you the whole time, and you believed it.
There's farms. There's different ways to make numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different compared to back then and now. Especially when a lot of this industry is number driven, and I get the concept of having data. I get the concept. I get it.
But
You don't like the concept.
But you know why I don't like it? Because if you're looking at my numbers, what do I need you for? After my numbers is hot.
And I'm gonna give and again.
That's what bothers me about the music.
I feel you.
I don't need you. Listen, if I dribbled up the court, I dribbled to you, I like literally passed half court. Why do I gotta keep going up? So for me to dunk,
I'm gonna share with you.
When I dunk, I don't need you no more.
I'm gonna share with you. When you want to go to that new school, the first thing they're gonna do is, what's his pass average? What's his baskets? Alright, he's cool for here. If you got 0-0-0 across the ball, they're not gonna invest in you. That's why I get the numbers. Yeah, see what I'm saying? That's why I get the numbers. But just to base it on, yo, he got 100 points, he got this. What there used to be a person who goes to the park, and I'm gonna keep it in basketball terms to keep the analogy. Go to the park and see somebody with 0 stats, never been to school, and be like, oh, son got the first step. Okay, his arch is nice. He's fast on his feet, a little rusty. All right, let's groom. Let's get him. Let's artist develop him. Let's put him in camp. Let's get him to where he go. That's what bothers me. They want the athlete. They want MJ from the gate.
No.
They want the numbers from the gate. And despite that, this person, you see the potential. That's the part of the game. That I understand the data. Don't forget that part. And that's what eats me up.
Do you think that's why labels are breaking up? Do you think this is why labels are not? Because they looking for the MJ?
I think labels are breaking up because... No, let me rephrase that. I know labels are breaking up. It's because they refuse to adjust to a new wave. Peep the transition. They missed the ball with cassettes. Then they got in loops of cassettes. They missed the ball with CDs. They didn't get the CD right. They messed that up because they were still on the vinyl. Then when streaming came on, they missed the ball with the streaming. They keep missing the ball of how the transformation of how music is sold and created is. They holding on to an old formula that they want everything to conform to, and the world stopped conforming to that. So now, right now, with the breakup, this is the first time that they're actually trying to play catch up. They're actually trying to play catch up, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is totally the way they trying to play catch up is only gonna be detrimental to them anyway, because they still not doing that right. And I swear to everything I love, everything on this earth that I love, bro, I wrote up the plan.
Don't tell them no more. Wait. Don't tell him.
I'm not even going to tell him about it.
Don't tell him.
I wrote up the plan, bro. I submitted it to Universal. I spoke to them. I shot it to Sony. We was on a phone call. I shot the plan to them, bro. The step-by-step to prevent it. I still got it. I can show you after the show. I still got the plan, bro.
You know, you see what he said? He shipped these to major labels. Major labels. And look,
Universal... And if I really want to get fly with it, I can tell you directly. It was Def Jam, Universal, Republic. I went to Sony, then I went to RCA. To be exact, and I'm not even. This is facts. This is the truth. I wrote up the plan, bro, of what they can do for the artists to make money, for us to make money, and them to make money on top of it.
So
laid it all out, down to the advertisement dollars, down to the streaming, how to eliminate the cost factor, bro. This was like 4 years in the making, and I did the pitch.
And you see, I sit here with him, and he breaks things down to me, right? And I bug out because it's like I tell him all the time, he has things in his hands that if he wanted to be successful, he can. He can be very successful, but to him, it's like he helps. He helps. He just knows a lot. And now that he knows, there's people behind us that know that he know. They come and say, yo, you know, so tell me what to do if I can get on. Where they going to go after that? What's going to be after that, man? What's after that?
Brother, they got to get it together. That's what they got to do. Miss J says, tap in tomorrow. Spud is hosting. Berg's album release party. That is true. On Epic TV, I will be hosting Berg's listening to that. Check that out. Tony Bosco said the only one MJ. There's only one MJ.
That's right.
That's the issue. Yes,
that's right,
that is
boss.
right. That is right. That is right. Bronx said, would you recommend artists signed to a label or independent? I'm gonna get to that question. That's a really good question. I'm gonna get to that question. Shout out to DJ M Meg, that just jumped on. Shout out to Berg. I'm gonna get to that question. I just don't want us to segue until we finish, but I'm gonna answer that question. Yeah, man, it's a lot of working wheels to this industry, and I'm not pro industry, and I'm not pro against the industry. There's a place for everything. And matter of fact, I'm gonna segue into that question. Would I recommend someone sign to a label or stay independent? It all really depends on your true market. I could advise an artist, yo, stay independent, and they won't make $1, but they might be very well good going to a label. There's some artists that I would recommend, yo, go in, like Drake, and I'm gonna tell you why Drake won't go independent. Pride, because independent looks like a notch under. Drake, I would be like, yo, homie, fuck all that shit, bro. Go
independent.
Go straight independent, bro. If you sell 700,000 of your own money, bro, you know what you making? You know what I'm saying? Like the concept of value, but his fans and people who support him, right? They would look at him like, oh, he fell off. He only saw it. People value how much you sell to how much money you made. I can sit here and say right now, my streams is doodle, bro. My streams is butt, bro. But my streams right now, my streams 100 here. My streams is.
Do you care?
This is what I'm saying. My stream, but how much money I make from a record? There's a lot of artists that ain't making no money from their record.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Spud. They don't make money. They put out the album, but they don't make money. They're not on platforms where they can make money.
No,
they don't know. They have no idea.
And if anyone dare tell me the music business is hurting, no, the music business hasn't been hurting ever. What has been hurting is the way the money flow of the conglomerates been hurting. That's what happened, because what happened now is when the independent artists, and I'm gonna say this to everybody, the independent artists, we've been duped, bamboozled, hoodwinked, all the things that we've been fooled, because when we used to only have the label tapping our pockets, now we got Apple Music, Spotify,
everybody,
Deezer,
everybody,
Tidal, we got DistroKid, we got all these other things now tapping our pockets, bro. And we so happy to be independent. I'm gonna say it out loud. We so happy to be independent. Yo, I ain't signing no label. I dropped my joint through DistroKid. How much money you made from 20 albums sold?
Nothing.
20 albums sold.
Maybe nothing.
But if I signed a major deal, I could have took my advance, flipped my advance, probably got a few 500,000, maybe $1 million if I'm bubbling, and get a head start. What streaming as an independent artist cannot do and will not do. So this is why when I tell people going indie compared to major, you got to know what you're going in it for, because there's a way to make money. But what you in it for is the big queen.
That's the whole thing. Yeah. What are you really in it for? What are you in it for? So a lot of they can't even answer that. So the trend, because they really don't listen. Real people that make music really have music. Like, really have great music. But what are they going to do with it? What are they doing with it? What are you looking for to do with it?
What do you want out of it?
And what,
because a lot of people gauge success as fame, not money.
They bugging. If you want fame, do something stupid. And do something stupid.
But that's what they're doing now.
But that's what I'm saying. Do something stupid. If you really want the fame, and you don't want the dollars, you don't want the longevity, do something stupid.
That's what's happening.
You know? And listen, this is the problem that people think. They see, they hear. They don't even see because they don't know. They have no idea what's going on.
They don't.
So they say, yo, look, we doing what they doing. Let's try what they did today.
Yeah. Ms. Jackson said, yo, check out Snoop. He had 1 billion streams. And he was talking about how much money he wasn't getting. You know what I'm saying? He made 45K with 1 billion streams. 1 billion streams, bro.
And 45K.
Billion streams, bro. You made more money.
He could do that on a show.
You made more money with ringtones than you make with streams.
Remember ringtones?
Yeah, you paid $1.
Remember ringtones?
Imagine if he sold 1 billion ringtones. You got $1 billion. You
So
made more money with ringtones.
What is the sense to stream?
Promo.
So,
No, streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming.
I want you to break. This is why I sit next to. This is why
I'm about to say something, and people not even gonna understand the value of what I'm about to say. I use streaming as a tool for promotion. It's a tool of promotion. It's a circuit, a web that could get my voice in India, China, all over the world with an upload button. It's promotion. And then what I do is, once I get it in these places, I look for markets in that place. Like India. A lot of my money come from India. I look at, and then my music gets streamed on a show. So my songs are on a show called Fighting Temptations. And I get a check. That's why I said my streams is booty. But my money,
you still making money.
I make money from my music. So I don't focus on the streams, but I use the stream sites. That's just market promote. It's like getting my billboard, my digital billboard all over the world. And it's on your phone. So if you come up, check out Spot Brooklyn. You see it. Boom. That's all I use it for. I'm not going to make no money from streaming. It's not going to happen.
No, I don't think if Snoop Dogg sold 1 billion and made 45K, listen, Snoop Dogg could probably make that in a night in a show.
He could show up at a club
and make that that. But this is what I'm saying. You streaming for what reason? For promotion. I understand.
No, I use it for,
but the other people do. I sold 500,000 streams.
Cool.
Well, how much is that? 5 cents.
Cool.
5 cents.
5 cents.
5 cents, right? It's worth 5 cents now, right? A stream, or 8 cents?
No, it's less than that. A stream?
A stream.
No,
how much is it?
It's less than that. A stream is like 1/8 of a penny.
Get the fuck. Listen, man. And that's it. And this is what they go by when you go to the label. 1/8 of a penny. 1 cent, 1/8. You shake your head. So now, who do we go to? Where you want 1/8 of a penny?
And then you got to understand this as well. The streaming sites are privately owned companies, so they're not regulated to pay you. I could put, that's like me opening up a store with my own product, right? Or I'm opening up a store and you sell a product, and I tell you, if you want your sodas, Nate, in my store, for every can that's sold, you got to sell 20 of them to make $1. If you accept
that's
that,
a hustle.
That's what
but I understand that. That's a hustle.
That's what the streamers.
So it's like the game. It's just like the game. They hustling. They hustling. But people don't understand that.
They don't.
And they probably don't even care. They probably are happy with the little change.
You know, because every year Spotify will be like, "Here's your stats," and people post their stats, and they be like, "Yo, I get 100K. I got 60,000 this," and they post their stats, not even realize that is Spotify's biggest marketing campaign, to have everybody brag about their stats, to repost them as they take your money. You know what I'm saying? But then we'll talk about, the labels. I ain't signed no labels. I ain't letting them get me. We getting got.
Any way you look at it.
Especially if you dedicating to this indie world, you getting got.
Any way you look at it.
If you really want to make money, put that shit on your website, build your own true fan base, and sell the shit. Shout out to my man, Shooter, non-trade shooter, who's been doing that for years, and everybody laughed at him. Shout out to Shooter.
Listen, from okay.
Kid with the dreads?
Yeah, okay.
That was my workout partner up north.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my man. Shooter, Kaza. I know him as Punch. Kaza Punch. That's my man.
You see, this is the difference. I ain't gotta go to the labels. I ain't gotta do that. I got somebody sitting beside me. So it's a little, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I got somebody real close to me that, it's just a phone call. I could sit next to him and we could talk about it. And, his knowledge in the music is like crazy, man. It's crazy. And I've been around people that have been trying to do this for a long time and got nowhere. like real people that listen. I know a couple of people that's on that just sit home and do nothing. Do nothing.
You know. A lot of people ask me like, yo, how did you break through? And it's not one way. It's not one way. It's a lot of different ways. But what I see a lot is people stop to travel. Like I've been home, going on 14 years now. I've been home. Since I've been home, I've been doing this. So people will see it and it looks like yesterday.
But it's not.
It wasn't yesterday.
It
took a lot of learning. I mean, there was situations where I lost bread. Shout out to Busy Feet.
Busy, what up?
I see you, Busy.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of learning because I didn't always get it right. I remember the first time a lawyer told me I missed out on like $500,000.
How you felt?
I was empowered. I was like, no, because I was like, and I'll tell you the story. I don't know if I ever shared it with you. We was shopping to get me a deal with Jive and CNBC, and the commercials on my website right now, sportbrooklyn.com. The commercials up there. CNBC was like, yo, we shooting this new show. It's called The New Bulls, the Black Overclass. We're gonna have Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, blah. We're looking for a song. So I had a song on MySpace. I'm like, yo, I got a song called Fitted Low. Because when I came home, I used to always wear my Fitted Low. And I was like, I got a song called Fitted Low. They took it, they put it up. They was like, all right, cool. So then they wrote a check. They wrote a check for it. And I'm happy because it was a free record. It was a record I put on MySpace. So this tells you how far it goes back.
Yeah, that's way off.
And then a lawyer was like, yo, you the dude who wrote the record for CNBC? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, was it a good contract? I was like, well, I own the record. I could release the record. It's mine. I was so caught up on ownership. It's mine. He said, I just like to look over your paperwork. He's looking over. He's like, yo, you know you didn't negotiate reruns. The show rerun about, I forgot how many times, 1,000 something times it reran. He said, you didn't negotiate DVD sales. They printed up DVDs and they sold it. He said, yo, you didn't even negotiate your foreign rights. The US dollar is worth more in England. So when it aired in England, you could have made triple to double the dollar you made. So when he calculated it, it was like $500,000 that I missed out on. Yo, I was so happy because that was an insight. I was looking at the ownership, the little bread that I got, and I was comparing it to something free. So I'm looking at, it was free. The value of what I had was based on what I won. That took me to a whole new level where I was like, all this shit is $1 million. Everything I do is $1 million. I was mad hype, bro. I was like, what? That just opened up like, word? From that moment on, I was like, yo, I'm buying bad contracts. I spent thousands of dollars, time and energy on bad contracts, bro. I bought mad bad contracts. I needed to read contracts. I don't want to read good contracts. You don't learn nothing in good contracts. I wanted every bad contract I could think of, bro. From Courtney Love to the Locks to Prince to Michael, all of them. And that's when I was like, oh, they in trouble. They in trouble.
They still in trouble now. It's worse now. It's worse now. They in trouble now. And congratulations on, your new position at the
New Oval.
Congratulations.
Nate started an earthquake. He started an earthquake. You good.
Shout out to my man Spud. He doing big things without people even.
You got it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. Shout outs to him on his A&R situation at the label. And he doing those deals like he tell you. Just chilling right here, man. Just sitting right here, man. He do amazing stuff, man. He know too much, man. He know a lot, man. He bugged me out when he started hitting me with, and then he try to break it down. I just be thinking like, yo, he bugging. It's just crazy, man. He good. You really want to do music? Come see him, man. Come talk on his A&R desk, man. He know a lot, man.
You want to hear something sad, my brother? An executive, and I ain't gonna say his name because he's super cool, and this was a private conversation. This wasn't even business. He was like, yo, Spud, you wasting your time. I said, why you say that? he was like, yo, all the shit you giving away and you telling people, they ain't even gonna listen, bro.
Of course not, Spud.
He said I was wasting my time.
He
bro.
can say whatever he want. You listen. You know. When they say that, Spud, they know that you're a problem.
He said, yo,
You're a problem. You are a problem. You know the more if you wasting time, you doing a good job wasting your time.
And my thing to him was like, yo, if one person get it, I'm cool. But there's no way I could sit as, you know, I always say I'm an artist first. There's no way I could sit between the doorway, in and out. You know what I'm saying? And that was my whole thing. Industry in the street. There's no way I could sit in the doorway and see what's going on in there and not be like, yo, son, you need to do this because this is what they doing over here. I won't feel right knowing how I see artists trying to knock on this door that I'm walking through and they doing everything wrong. And it kills me when I come back with the lineup, the whole bulletin point. Yo, do this, and people just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, I just heard what the place you want to go just told me. This is what we looking for. This is what we'll do with this, and I come back and I say, yo, these 3 things right here is what you gotta do. Yo, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many people be like, I'm skipping number 2 and I'm gonna do this because I'm the one. I'd be like, yo, I just told you exactly what I sat there when the CEO says, you know, we're moving forward with this particular type of sound or this artist or we're looking for this type of song.
They didn't hear that.
And I try to share it and I just be like,
they didn't hear that. You sat there with the CEO.
The CEO.
You know,
I texted the CEO this morning. Happy Easter. Matter of fact, he sent me a message and I was like, yo, blessing, same energy. I shot it back to him. The man will tell me, bro, but people don't be hearing me, man.
They don't probably believe you.
That too.
They probably don't believe you.
And that's understandable because I'm coming from it. I'm coming from the actual I'm coming from the experience. Like I go to the office, I sat at the table, I hear it, and then I come out and now I'm sharing it, and there's probably people like, who the F is son? Like
you know that you say that,
and I get it.
You know they say who the F is he, right? I'm gonna say the lady's name. Miss Jackson told me. You know, I spoke to her and she kept calling him like a funny name, and I'm like, who the hell is she talking about? So I come and I ask him, yo, who is this guy that she's talking about? He's like, that's me. I'm like, no, it ain't. That's not your name. Miss Jackson's like, yeah. And, you know, shout out to Miss Jackson. She doing like real big things with Spud. And it's wow, yo. That she just talking to him and just going. She just going. She going. Miss Jackson.
Shout out to Miss Jackson.
She just sitting there just listening to him. Just listening.
Shout out to P. Lagongre in the building. Shout out to Miss Jackson, Media Group.
Yeah. Miss Jackson is into everything.
She is.
She knows. She into everything. She on point.
She is.
She on point.
And a lot of artists don't take even when she be sharing stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, she be on it. You know, I have multiple conversations with her, like, you know, we basically in business, you know what I'm saying? We have a friendship. We do a lot of business together. She helped a lot of artists get consulting through me. Like, she's been booking artists to get consulting. It's been very informative for many artists. And I even tell artists during that consultation, like, this is your hour. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. Young Bam, I see you. Ask all the questions you can ask while you have me, because it's hard for me to I be trying to hit every point, but so much stuff that I might have insight to, I don't think about, it don't come to share. So I be telling people, ask me questions because it'll spark, and I be like, oh yeah, this, you know what I'm saying? So
I sit next to him and I'm lost. I sit next to him and I'm lost, yo. He just know it's just too much. It's just too much to take in. I just come to him when I do need like certain things, and he'll guide me in the right way. You know, it ain't even like he just gonna guide me the right way, and I ask him certain things that I gotta connect dots myself. He just showed me the way to make it work. And oh my God. And if it don't
I gotta tie it down.
No, we gonna leave this like this.
Yeah. All right.
We gonna leave this like this. Can I leave it like that, Spud?
Is it too hot? Is it too hot on me? I guess you can leave it like that. That's cool.
You know, I just, you know, he connect dots, and it's just different, man. It's different, man. He's smart. He's very smart at what he do with the music industry, man. And if you don't take heed, and listen, he knows stuff that people probably wish they could know. Like he's sitting with big CEOs of labels. They call him and ask him for advice.
And I'm trying, like, Sin be always, shout out to Sin. Sin always be like, yo, Spud, talk your shit. Like
he don't never talk shit.
But even companies like Instagram, like there's a new feature on Instagram with the tagging of categories. Like I consulted for that last week. Like 3 weeks ago. I did a whole week consultation for them on how to make categorize for business, for people, for your DMs to separate people. I did the Pluto TV for their commercials. Coors Light. I don't even drink Coors Light. Coors Light. I consulted for them on their media. You know, trying to merge music on that. Like, it's and I'm saying that to say, like, when I be offering advice, my whole thing, I look at every chance I get when somebody asks me a question or I'm doing an A&R desk, as in consulting. The labels were mad at me for doing my deep dive on my show because that's the same thing that I make them pay for. They were mad. And they had a right to be mad. And I ain't even gonna lie.
I blocked you again on it.
I ain't even gonna lie. Oh, they want to make sure we still here. Oh. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to slow down doing the deep dive on air because it ain't fair. It ain't fair. As a businessman and me doing it, I'm giving you a service and I'm charging you when I'm doing this, and then I come and then I'm doing it on live for free. As a businessman, I was wrong. And I had to, usually I'd be like, F y'all, I do what I want, yada yada yada. And I ain't gonna lie, at first, yo, shout out to Kyle, the CEO of Nuovo that just jumped on. We just was talking about Nuovo before he came on.
Yeah.
I love what they doing. I love the energy. Not to segue, but I love the energy that they pursuing in the modern day artists and the time, merging how the traditional ways and as well as the new wave of energy, focusing on artist driven success, not just success in numbers, but success in brand and a whole bunch of stuff. So shout out to Cal, shout out to Novo on that. But going back to what I was saying about the deep dive, you know, and it was Universal that was upset with me. And as a businessman, I had to be like, yo, I'm wrong because I'm giving this to people for free when I charge them.
But they listen. They can't be mad.
No, they can't. They can't be mad. They can't be mad.
They could be mad all they want, but they gonna do it to somebody else.
No, they will do it to somebody else. But me as a businessman, I'm always on transparent. I'm always on time. If I'm gonna tell, and it's been multiple times I told Universal, yo, fuck y'all. I'm doing it how I want to do it. And sure enough, what they do, they call me back. They be like, yo, Spud's gonna do it how you do it. There's times I signed the NDA and right in the meeting, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go on my live and talk about this, right? And they laugh. Oh, Spud, you killing us, Spud. You're gonna give me a heart attack. So they know. But that was one moment where I said to them, "You right. When they were like, damn, bro, like, this is how, you know, the deep dive. And I got a whole rating system. It's called the PAP system, product and placement, right? I got a whole system, and you could rate an artist, and you rate them from, you know, their streams. I got a whole breakdown. It's a whole chart, and that's what I was using for them. They'll bring an artist, and I'll do the breakdown, and then I'll run them through the ringer. That's what I called it. I was doing it for free online. And of course, I was doing it to one song. With the labels, I was doing it to their overall catalog, their overall brand. So it was a little deeper. But that was one time. That was one time that I was like, y'all right. Y'all right. I'm going to stop doing it live. And then Miss Jackson started booking people doing it. And I've been doing a deep dive with the analytics, but I haven't been doing the PAP system. That's the only time I'm man enough to say, like, they was right. I was wrong on that.
You giving out free advice.
I was giving out free advice that I was charging a whole company. Business wise, I gotta respect business. I gotta respect business.
You know your business.
Because I'd have been tight. I'd have been tight with them. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They would have did it to me, it would have been a different conversation.
They won't do it to you.
I would have been in the lobby like, yo, Charles, you know I'm going in the elevator, right? I would have been like, Charles, do that. Charles, you know I'm going in there, right? Tell them to come down because I don't think they want me to go in the office. Because I'll go in there, start knocking shit off the desk, walk down the whole aisle. I used to go to his desk, flip his whole desk.
His desk?
Take the phone off, dial mad numbers, and leave. That was my thing because I always wanted to be like, I always wanted that feel like, not even what I feel, that understanding that I'm not the same. I love this. I really love what I do. I really love the passion of it.
That's the difference.
I'm not industry. I'm in the industry, but I was in industry, and I always want them to understand and respect that. Like, I'll punch you in your face.
But because
you know what I'm saying? Like, it never got to that point, but I wanted that understanding. Like, I see how you joke with everybody. When I come in, it's, yo, what up? And we got a different joke level. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted that because I've seen a lot that I was just like, that's not the part. I ain't in here for that. And that helped me. That helped keep me in good standards. A lot of people respected that. And that was one way that I was able to go from Def Jam to Sony in the same day. And they never questioned one time like, yo, he gonna tell what we spoke about. Never did that. Never, bro. And don't get me wrong. Hey, what's going on over at Universal? And I'd be like, the same thing you wouldn't want me to tell them. End the conversation. They tried, especially Sony. Shout out to Sony. Universal ain't give two shits. But Sony always was wondering, like, what's going on? And I used to keep it like, yo, same thing you wouldn't want me to tell them. Because if I told you, how could you trust me? And that's just not that's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's not who I am. That's not who I am.
He worked, man.
You know
he really, look, he's sitting here, he really worked, man. It's times I'm gonna tell you his real name. It's Mr. Afternoon, because he always you only could get him in the afternoon, man.
Mr. Afternoon.
That's Mr. Afternoon. His name ain't Spud no more. It's Mr. Afternoon.
I stay up late.
He stay up real late working. He's always online. He's working. He's looking for a better way. He just work. He a workaholic, man.
Yo, like recently, Kyle from Nuovo. This was yesterday. I sent over a link of an artist that we interested or possibly interested in setting a meeting up with, and he cracked a joke like, yo, you listening to our artist? I think it's pronounced Yumi. He's like, yo, you listening to our artist? Because I sent him the picture, and in the bottom he cracked a joke. When something gets said to me and someone that I'm around and they interested in something, yo, I dive into that. I listen to their music. I dissect how they break up their bars, their song structure, if the songs are different, the content. Go to their Instagram, see if what they post, how they post it, try to get an understanding of them. It's a habit. I dig, bro. I listen to them in the car, I listen to them in the headphones. I play it in the studio. I play it when I'm working to see how it affects me. I play it when I'm working out, like, nah, I don't get that same energy. I dig, bro. I dig. And sometimes I be mad because I be having shit to do, but I be like shout out to Tony Bosco that's on. When I first got wind of Tony Bosco, I wanted him to win the Is It a Smash. I told Miss Jackson, yo, I wanted him to win. He happened to win. Yo, I dived into it.
You know, talking about Tony Bosco, I was sitting here last spot listening to this joint Bosco sent me, and yo, Bosco got that shit, man. He got that shit, man. I don't know, man.
Shout out to Bosco.
His music is he it, man. He it. Spud Spud listened to everything. And when I asked Spud who he was the first time I heard him, Spud like, yo, he got that shit,
yo,
man.
son got that shit.
Yeah.
As soon as you asked, yo, Tony Bond.
I said, yo, who is that dude, yo? Because we was sitting right here. I said, yo, who is that dude? He like, yo, son got that shit. And son really got that shit, man. He got that shit, man.
He do. Yo, so with all that, in your perspective, I would like to hear your perspective, like an artist pursuing music today. What do you think is one of the key things for them?
Work, man. Work. Don't sell yourself short. You gotta work, man. You gotta be seen. You gotta keep yourself like. You just gotta be seen. Your work ethic gotta be more than what the person wants that you want them to go get. You know, it's not gonna be handed to you.
That's real.
It's not gonna be handed to you because whoever you think that the person knows or whatever, you just gotta work. You gotta work. You want it, you're gonna go work. You gotta work. You gotta put your heart into it, man. If you really want to do this, put your heart into it. Don't just sit there and say, yo, I want it. No, you gotta show that you want it. This industry now it's hard, man. It's hard. Showcases is different. Everything is different, man. It ain't like back in the days, man. You know, you gotta work, man. You gotta work. Work. That's the key, probably, to everybody's success. You don't work, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know, them streams and whatever you think is doing good, that's not. I don't even think that's the key. Talent wise, it's a lot to be in the industry now, Spud. It's a lot. It's fucked up for an artist that really tries. And
my advice to artists: understand what you're asking someone to do. The reason why I say that, I get a lot of people that hit me. Yo, bro, this is no lie, daily. If I don't keep track, I could get from 1,000, 2,000 emails a day. I got 17 emails. Just got a new one, new over. I got 18 emails daily that's be burning up. And I get, yo, I'm looking for a team. I want a team. And a lot of them don't want a team. They want a service. They don't want to incorporate you and give you a jersey and have you run the ball for them. They want you to mop the sweat off the floor, clean the rim, and bring them sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay, but understand what you're asking for, because if you're asking for a teammate, it's a give and take. And a lot of people are not ready. A lot of artists are not ready to give and take. They just want the take, not give. You know what I'm saying? So I would share with that with, like, understand what it is you need and ask for.
A lot of people asking for all the wrong reasons.
Karma said, it is, but today many people are able to make it easier independently due to YouTube, etc. Before, the shit wasn't really rocking. Being easier, don't get me wrong, much more harder today, and so much has been watered down. Yeah, I mean, the difference between making it independently, what I think a lot of artists confuse making it compared to the access. We have much more access to play in the field that a lot of people were playing in, but we're not making it. And things like social media make a person delusional to the fact that they made it.
Because people are watching.
And we get caught up in self-gratitude, from the likes to the viewership.
Like you say, Spud, on the YouTube, you need, like, how much views to start, I don't know, I guess making money or whatever.
Not only views, you need a certain amount of subscribers.
Even like the check on the Instagram, you need a certain amount of people.
Not anymore.
But you could buy it now. You could buy it now. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna get me a blue check, and I just got Instagram. You
could pay for it.
I'm gonna get me a blue check. Now that's corny.
but even think about, in a nutshell, the concept of being able to buy a blue check. If you buy a blue check, that's perfectly your thing. But the concept of that, is the game in the overall aspect.
They fucking the game.
I worked so hard. This truth, I worked so hard to get a blue check, right? I was doing my interviews. I was submitting to them. They were telling me, "Oh, you're almost there. One more article," and then the buy came. The buy came, and they was like, "Congratulations, you finally got you." And I told them I don't want it. I'll delete my account if you give me a blue check.
I was gonna ask you that.
I told them no.
I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you, Spy.
I would delete my, and they hit me with the, oh, in a few years, it won't be up to you to grant you the blue check. It's solely our platform. But they granted me. They did not give me the blue check. I told them don't give it to me now. And they did it right when everybody was able to get it. I said, don't give it to me now, because I didn't want to devalue what it meant as well as my brand at that moment. Leave me alone. And I was mad because I was working hard, bro. Because I had a goal. I was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Because what it meant, not only what it meant to me, I know as a businessman, having it at that time, what it meant to the game. So I was like, I'm going to get that.
The blue check.
I'm going to get the blue check. But then when everybody, I was like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I told them, please. They was like, congratulations. I said, I'm going to deactivate my account. 2 days. A lot of people don't even know. 2 days, my account was deactivated. I deactivated my account for 2 days.
Because of the blue check?
I didn't want it. It was on my page. No, I got it. I got the check. And I deactivated my account for 2 days. Told them, y'all, please remove it. I don't want it.
I was always going to ask you that.
I don't want it. They took it off.
I see people that really don't got no content, no nothing with a blue check. And I'm like, how the fuck they got a blue check with 30, with 200 followers?
I mean, they present it now as a verification, which the way it's presented, I understand completely, but they tagged the blue check to what it meant. Like, they could have did a verification red check. You verified your account, you did all the stuff, you showed your ID, you did all the stuff that proved that's you. All right, you got a red check. Verified, because there's a lot of accounts that people are fronting.
Don't give them no ideas.
I already pitched this, try to sell it to them.
And they didn't,
they making too much money on the blue. They don't care about that red. They don't care about it. What I just said to you, I pitched this already to Instagram.
Shit.
To come out with different colored checks for different things. Where you can have a business check. Because some companies can't get verified because they can't show an ID of the company name. Bro, I'm telling you, I was sat down with them for a week. 2 weeks ago, I was with Instagram for a week, consultating for them. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to a few more of the feed, and then we're gonna start winding it down. Karma said the sad thing is that it seems it doesn't take any type of lyrics these days to make a song. That is sad. That is sad. Miss Jackson said the blue check has lost its value. That is completely true. Karma also said now and for many years, truthfully, the music has done blue nothing.
Check D's.
They can blue check D's. Yeah.
That was dope. Yo. She said they can blue check D's. That was dope.
Yeah, I ain't want it.
You know that.
And I was tight. But I really had to make a decision on what I felt it would represent compared to what I built. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I felt a solid foundation that this blue check was going to kind of taint what I built. And I was like, I did it without it. I don't want it. They said in a few years I had no choice. But so far I've been good.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Now I don't care.
But you don't need it.
I don't care. If they do it now, I don't care.
But you don't need it.
No, I don't. I don't care.
You don't need none of that shit.
I don't care.
You don't need no help no more. That's now that's like me trying to shop you now. You already did everything on your own. This is what I've told you about the industry. You did everything on your own. So now you're gonna look at the streams, all this other things that doesn't make any sense. Don't make any sense. Who cares? How can you sell?
It does. All right, but it does. I gotta keep it a buck.
Listen, how can you sell? What do I need you for? If I already did all the footwork,
look at it like this. Look at it like this. I'm gonna give you one more analogy. You got a vacant lot. Right? On this vacant lot, you put a cardboard box and you selling lemonades, and you making $500 a lemonade. That ain't enough to build a whole storefront. I got the money for the storefront. You come to me, yo, Spud. I got a lemonade stand, man. I want to build a storefront. That shit is gonna bubble, kid. I'm gonna ask you, how many did you sell? You be like, yo, I sold 500. What was your overhead? What did you start with? Those numbers are gonna help me, like,
realize if I want to give it to you.
He got it.
Like Shark Tank.
Let me throw it. And that's what it is.
Shark Tank.
That kind of, yes, Shark Tank. In a sense.
So you know when I
that's
watch
what
Shark,
the industry.
I watch Shark Tank.
That's
right?
what the industry is.
And I start hearing them say the overheads and all that.
Yes.
And you know, what's his name that did Karkanai?
Yeah.
You know, he always
Fubu.
Fubu. I'm sorry, Fubu, not Karkanai. He started breaking things down like really into the. So I started really listening to him like, why is he asking all these questions, then hit him back with the numbers?
Yeah, because now you get a gauge of the investment. So that's what the whole stream thing is. But what I hate, like I said, I hate the fact that the people like said A&Rs don't have the skill to invest the development, and when they see somebody like, yo, son got the moves, he got the dedication, let's build that. I hate that because they already want your business structure to start. Now, if you happy with, and going back to your analogy, if you happy with the 500 lemonades you sell, kudos. But the moment you step out and say, yo, I want y'all to invest in me, you leave the room for, yo, let me check out your books. Let me see what you doing on your own before I add to it. That part I understand. I get that part. But to base it solely on that, I hate that.
But that's what I'm saying,
just
they
like,
base it on...
Just like a bank could look at a empty spot, a lot, that ain't making no money, and be a visionary and be like, I'm going to build a building here. And we're gonna sell this building.
Everyone is in their own celebrity. The check is also...
Yeah, everybody is in their own celebrity.
Anybody could be a celebrity now.
Yeah.
Especially
everyone
on the gram.
That is willing to pay to verify their own identity shouldn't be looked down on. No. We not looking down on anybody wanting to verify their own identity. What I'm saying, me, them playing it against us on the blue check. See, we don't even see how we got played with them doing it on the blue check.
It's $15 a month, right?
Yo, they made almost $600 million in 1 month.
Off of that blue check.
Blue check. We don't see how we got played on the value of what the blue check meant to sell it to the people. That's the part of the game, business wise. I'm saying I wasn't feeling the blue check. The verifying who you are is true. This is why I told Instagram, make a verification check. Or a badge. Make a badge that states this person is verified who they are.
600
but
million.
They knew 600 million. They knew what the check meant. If we could play the value of what it meant and offer it to the service, they could hustle the people. And that's what they did. It's an investment. If you're serious about it, it was an investment. A check means nothing now. That's what I mean. They played us thinking that you getting the same. The check doesn't mean
anything.
It doesn't mean
anybody
the same
can have it.
because all you gotta do is verify who you are. Who you are don't give me value. You know what I'm saying? The lady who don't watch her kids down the block, who always walking down the block asking for people for $5 is verified. I see that. The value of the check mean I don't care who you are. You just verified who you are to who? Not me.
Yeah.
To Instagram.
To the world.
They played you.
To everybody who has
Instagram. They played you. So now they got a copy of your ID. They got a copy of all this data mining. And I don't want to get too deep because I'll be sitting down consultating with them. But all the information that's supposed to be private, now they got it. And then when you sign, and this, we're gonna wrap up after this because I'm gonna get too political. But every time they change their terms, the ones that none of us want to read, I advise everyone to read it because your fingerprint, your face recognition to your phone, when you agree to that, and you can disagree because I disagreed the last 3 years. I disagreed with the terms and my account has not been canceled. But when you agree to those terms, they got the full access to your phone, your search, everything. And now they got your ID if you verified yourself. So it's a bigger picture. And that's the game I be trying to tell people about, the bigger picture. We be looking at the small measure of it. It's a bigger picture. But I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna start getting into my...
No, don't get into
I'm gonna start getting into my Huey Newton. I don't want to get into my Huey Newton, man. But we held it down without Sin today.
Yeah, Sin. Shout outs to Sin wherever he is, man.
I hope the bunnies didn't.
Yeah, hope they ain't take him. They ain't take him.
They ain't jump him.
Heard him when he come back here talk about they jumped him.
Yeah.
Feel bad for Sin right now because he should have been Sin. We probably would have been tag teaming on him too. Cause he would have got into this shit. He
said who was determining who earned it. If you meant the check, so to determine back then, to determine the check, you had to have a certain amount of articles written about you. Your search engine had to come up with at least the first 8 pages of a search engine. So if I put your name in, the first 8 pages should have the information in you, and that's what made the check of its type of value, because it gave a credential to you. That's how it was determined. You had to have a certain amount of press written about you. The search engine, the analytics of your name had to come up in a search, and that's what made the check at that time valuable, that people wanted it. My conversation with Instagram, at the time I needed one more article written about me. And I had 3 articles at that time written about me when they were saying it. And that's when they gave me the check. Like, it was on my page. I deactivated my account. Contact Facebook, and I told them, please remove it off my page.
So now you don't have it, and nobody...
I don't want it.
I know you don't want it.
I do not want it.
That blue check, I was going to ask you that a long time ago.
Yeah,
why
I had it.
Had no blue
I had
check.
it for 2 days. 2 days.
I never...
Well, a day. I deactivated my page, so I don't know if it was... But I told them, please remove it. And they said, oh, it's not on you. Because of the stuff that I came up. All the checklists that I made. But
you don't need that spot.
Yeah. But anyway, y'all, thanks for hanging out with us today.
We had a lot to talk about. We was talking about the industry today.
Yeah, we had an industry
Next
talk.
week it's going to be...
We're going to talk about something else.
Yeah, we are.
We got some stuff. We never know what we're going to talk about. It's just a genuine conversation.
Yeah, just live. We just talking.
And we invited you and you. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Apologies to everybody on TikTok who was writing comments. We're unable to reach the comments to reply, but we are here to Instagram. But we're going to be working on that shortly. But again, thank you for rocking with us on this Sunday.
On Easter Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday to the people, whoever tuned in.
Yes, happy holidays to anybody who joined in and commentated. Thank you for sharing your input. It's always a blessing to have this conversation.
Always.
If we, disclaimer, offended anybody, that was never our intent.
Nah, we don't.
We just speaking truthfully, and again, this is a living room conversation.
Yeah, that's all.
We invite everybody in.
You come in, chime in when you want. Don't get offended.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be offended anyway.
Yeah, I just put a disclaimer out.
Yeah, but people get offended for no reason. And we had just having a friendly conversation.
It's cool.
It's cool. We ain't bothering nobody.
I'm Sport Brooklyn.
I'm Nate.
And this is Dungeon Talk.
Dungeon Talk.